Can AI-generated content affect SEO and GEO rankings? This is episode number 428 of the My Online Toolbox Weekly Quick Tips and Reminders in all facets of online marketing to help you grow your business with more quality leads. Last week, we were talking about staying consistent with marketing regardless of any economic uncertainties, but this week, we're going to move into a rapidly evolving topic that is growing like the plague. Don't let your marketing hang by quick decisions. Going right into the topic of can AI-generated content affect SEO and GEO rankings? The short answer is yes. AI-generated content can absolutely impact your SEO, which stands for search engine optimization, and GEO, generative engine optimization for artificial intelligence rankings in a negative way, but not because search engines have a built-in filter that automatically penalize AI text. So Google, as well as all of these leading search tools out there, have varying official stances that are rather clear that the method of the content creation doesn't matter, but the quality, the accuracy, and the usefulness do. Google and the other search engines evaluate AI-generated content using the exact same standards that apply to human-written content. However, raw, unedited AI content frequently triggers, and frequently should be underscored, triggers ranking drops because of how AI writes. Here is exactly how unedited AI slop, I like to call it that, damages your performance in traditional search and AI search engines. And mind you, I'm on the receiving end of an unprecedented number of inquiries coming from people that are shocked to see a slowdown or terrible rankings, and they call My Online Toolbox to quietly audit the work of other individual programmers, their own SEO specialists, even agencies, because they don't trust what's happening. So here again is how exactly unedited AI slop damages your performance in traditional search and AI search engines. Let's first look at the traditional SEO risks of why AI content drops in rankings. And remember, or to be introduced to this, should I say, the recent core algorithm updated from Google in March 2026 heavily targeted sites relying on mass-produced, unedited AI copy. So when you publish raw AI text, you risk triggering three algorithm filters. One of them is what's called the information gain penalty, and Google, as well as many other search engines, actively measure if a page adds new value. Make that word new, not just be italicized, make it bold, make it underscored, put it in yellow, because we're looking to find if you're adding new value or you're merely repackaging existing web text. The other two are even worse, and we're going to be covering those soon in our released updated education classes. But let's now go into the first of many of the GEO risks, why AI blocks AI overviews. And I'm repeating, GEO is different than SEO. It stands for Generative Engine Optimization, and it's the practice of optimizing your site to be cited as a source. That should have been underscored too in bold and yellow inside AI features like Google's AI overviews and ChatGPT search. These systems are using a process called retrieval augmented generation, another crazy buzzword, but the goal is to find credible websites, summarize them, and link back to them. If your site relies on generic AI content, it fails GEO for many reasons, but one will just give you the top one of many, that AI search engines do not cite commodity content. Google, as well as all of the other search engines, have explicit documentation on optimizing for generative AI features, warns against commodity content, information that's generic, widely available, and easily replaceable. Put that again in underscore, in bold, in yellow. One of the examples is when a user asks any type of AI engine a complex question, and if AI already knows the generic textbook answer, then it doesn't need to read or even cite your site for generic AI blog posts or web pages or anything to update an answer to a user. The other examples are also even worse, and we're going to be covering those in our soon-to-be released updated education classes. But I'll just give you a simple tip. It sounds simple, but it's actually harder than you could imagine. To use AI safely without hurting your traditional or generative and search engine footprint, you have to treat the AI as an intern, not the author. You, as an owner, need to enforce a strict editing layer. Never let raw AI text go live. A human expert, the word expert is very subjective, must review it for the tone. Don't let your marketing hang by quick decisions made by people today who will more than likely move on, possibly not even be around in 1 to 2 to 3 years out. And so think about it when you're making your posts. Is this stuff unique? Has it really been thought out? And if not, take a breather because you don't want to let this impact your future decisions years out. This is my online toolbox reminding you to start planning yesterday for next year's marketing and profits. Have a healthy week. We'll see you next week.